Time Lord, wishing he had taken over the job of the files a few 100 years ago when the present keeper was more lucid and awake and better able to explain things. "It's a term we borrowed from a small, low-grade species of life on the planet Earth," said the old keeper, as though addressing a classroom. "If a chameleon stands on the branch of a tree, it turns brown like the bark, but if it stands on a leaf, it turns green." "You mean TARDISes can change colour?" "When they're working properly," said the old keeper, "they change colour, shape, everything. From the beginning it was decided that a TARDIS must always look like something at home in its immediate background. You've never travelled, have you?" "No, not yet." The young Time Lord was a little ashamed to admit it. "Pity, it broadens the mind." The old keeper seemed to drop off to sleep again for a moment, and then he suddenly woke up with a start. "I had to travel once. There were tens of thousands of humans from the planet Earth stranded on another planet where they thought they were refighting all the wars of Earth's terrible history. The doctor," he interrupted himself. "I told you about him, didn't I?" "Yes," said the young Time Lord, now used to the old keeper forgetting what he had already said. "You mentioned the doctor and the master." "No, it wasn't the master," said the old keeper in his confused way. "The master never does anything good for anyone. He's thoroughly evil. What was I saying?" The young Time Lord reminded him. "Humans on a planet refighting the wars of Earth's history." "Oh, yes. Well, the doctor had done the best he could to stop it all, but in the end we had to step in and get all those poor soldiers back to Earth, and to all the right times in Earth's history." "And is that when you travelled?" "That's right," said the old keeper, his eyes bright now with the memory of his one and only trip away from the planet of the Time Lords. "I and many others. When it landed, my TARDIS turned into a machine-gun post." "What's that?" The old keeper glanced at the young Time Lord. "Oh, dear, you have a lot to learn." He seemed to forget the question and went on. "Anyway, TARDISes are supposed to change colour and shape, but the one stolen by the doctor stays all the time looking like a London police box." Before the young Time Lord could speak, the old keeper added quickly, "And don't ask me what that is, because I have no idea, nor what they're for. Where were we?" The young Time Lord indicated the small box on the screen. "The working papers for the original TARDIS." "Then that's enough of that," said the old keeper, taking his finger from the hold button. Instantly the picture on the screen vanished. "It's time we had a break now, don't you think? I don't want to overwork you." "We've only just started this session of tuition," said the young Time Lord, "but if you're tired—" The old keeper sat up straight. "Not at all." He thrust a slender white hand into a pocket of his robe, fumbled about and brought out a scrap of paper. On it were mathematical symbols. "I made some notes here of things you ought to know about. Let me see." The young Time Lord watched as the old keeper screwed up his watery eyes to read the symbols. "Ah, yes," said the old keeper. "The Doomsday Weapon. Yes, you must know about the Doomsday Weapon." He put the scrap of paper back into his pocket, then spread both hands across the warmth buttons. The young Time Lord asked, "I take it we have this weapon in safe keeping?" "No," said the old keeper, "it's not necessary. It's hidden on a distant and remote planet, a hiding place known only to us." He poised his fingers over a new combination of warmth buttons. "Why is it called Doomsday?" "Because," said the old keeper, "that is its name. Anybody controlling that terrible weapon could bring instant doom to large sections of the universe. It radiates antimatter at 1,000,000 times the speed of light." He nodded his head at a button at the top left-hand corner of the console. "Could you put your finger over that button, please? It's a safety measure so that no one person with only 2 hands can activate the combination to produce the file on the Doomsday Weapon." The young Time Lord poised an index finger over the button. "Now lower your finger," said the old keeper, "as I lower mine."